Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the next episode of Sack the Future. Sunday night prime time game here is the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Big game, playoff implications abound. Green Bay trying to get back into the wild card chase, and New York trying to solidify a first-round bye. As always, I'm Vinny Vincent, and I'm joined by...
Me.
John M. Welcome to Sack the Future.
It was the Steelers-Giants game, and I simmed it from the Steelers, so therefore there was no Giants broadcast for
Makes
Week
sense.
15.
All right, real quick while we're loading up, just to give you a heads up, after this, there's one game left. It'll be on the John M channel, the Oilers versus somebody. Forget who you're playing. Here's a look at the playoff picture. The Giants have a 2.5 game lead on St. Louis for a first-round bye, so they should be able to square that away. EA Sports, if you are a Madden player, Madden 20 player, you might notice that you can't play franchise online right now. We'll just get into that a little bit. Apparently, EA Sports has screwed up their patches and updates so bad that they've had to gate the whole online franchise community, and are working supposedly, allegedly, through the 3-day weekend to get it fixed, but there won't be another update until Tuesday, so take that for what it is.
I'm just going to say it. EA sucks.
Well, here's the thing. We were just talking offline. I want to bring it here. WWE 2K20 is also severely broken, and they're struggling to get updates that actually fix things. Perhaps the model of the every year game is too much for these companies to get the updates they want and yet keep the game from breaking. Hi, Stonewall. Perhaps they need to go with a more subscription-based model, where, like World of Warcraft, I believe.
Yeah, I was mentioning that.
Where you buy the game, you pay a subscription, and you get the content updates when they do it, and the game
every
goes
2
on for a
years
couple
or
years.
so they do an expansion or a massive patch. It would be for Madden, I would suspect. That seems to work just fine. I mean, like I said, the graphics were updated and everything.
Oh, Henry Jordan is out.
Last week.
He'll be back once
Whatever the hell he is.
Yeah.
He's cramping.
It's got to be the heat here in New York in early December.
Sure. The heat. Right. Apparently we're getting an Arctic blast this fucking next week.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, however, they have not closed the servers for... Does it really matter? You're going to go for it anyway.
I am, but...
Madden 18 and Madden 19, so... Yeah. Madden 18, Madden 19, so we can still play those games. It's only Madden 20. But...
Oh!
My fear is that while they're patching these, whatever it is they're fixing, that they wipe out all the work we've done. Now, they say, well, you guys haven't started 64 yet. What does it matter? 29.5 of the teams are fully edited. About 5 or 6 teams are fully dressed. We've made the moves. The Cardinals and Chargers are in the cities they're supposed to be in. Yeah, we've done a lot of work. Jan Barrett playing in his last game as Green Bay Packer. It has been announced that he will be traded to Oakland at the end of this game. Because in real life at this time, the Packers cut his ass and he went and signed with Oakland. In the AFL.
Things happen.
So those are our thoughts on EA Sports and what's going on, and hopefully they get their acts together and get this fixed and we don't lose our work. We're in week 14 here, so we are getting close to moving on to 1964. We're getting to the point where you probably won't see much in the line of greatest games, as we got to really buckle down and finish the editing for Madden 64. But in the next 3-4 days, there won't be any editing being done. So. Jim Taylor goes up the middle for 3. Or up off tackle, but up the middle of the field. Right? I know. It is 2nd and goal at the 6. World of College Football today. Good day. Georgia shut out Missouri 27-0, including a goal line stand at the end to preserve it. Notre Dame destroyed Duke. Will this affect the way you play Sack the Future? Not yet. We may end up in a delay if our entire franchise is erased, because we'll have to start over again in prep work. And one of the problems with, we could stick with Madden 18, but we made the decision to move to Madden Madden 20 after we had started this season, and I had started the process of moving the Chargers to San Diego. I stopped that process. I ignored it. Put the Chargers on autopilot a couple times, and the computer finished the process for me, and I'm moving to London, and will be known by a different name. So,
fuck London.
If we do have to go back to Madden 18, because it would be easier just to re-edit this franchise instead of the new one, all San Diego Charger games are going to have a black and red look to them. So, but we'll know more on Tuesday, and I'm sure we'll talk about it and keep you updated. But anyway, to this game here, let me give you a little piece of where the playoff standings are. The Packers are currently 7-5 and in 7th place. The loss of the Vikings, or the Lions to the Vikings, actually benefits the Packers. The only team in that division that the Packers have a tiebreaker over is the Lions, as I split with both Lions and Vikings and swept by the Bears. But I have a 2-4 conference record, where the Lions currently have a 1-4 conference record, and they still have to play the Bears, because the Lions got swept by the Vikings. So the Packers could actually jump ahead of the Lions, hello Tears, if I win.
You see the BS in my fucking Steelers game?
No, I heard about it. I have not seen the game yet, though. Jim Norton on the sack. Now, flip the coin here. The Giants win this. They get to 11-2. The Cardinals at 8-4-1. The best they can do is 11-4-1. So the Giants and the Cardinals do have a tiebreaker over the Giants. The Giants cannot clinch a first-round bye this week.
Where is it going?
I don't know. Who do you got in quarterback? Is
Tittle.
Tittle's
over 4, yeah.
Clemson destroys North Carolina State, or is destroying North Carolina State, 49-10. Looking to move up as both Penn State and Alabama fall from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Of course, I saw him going to step up right there.
Of course, he doesn't. The only time in the last probably year that I've been able to intercept the pass and keep running was against Terrors, and it was a game I lost to him. It was when I had to pick 6 for the Colts.
Yeah.
So that's the playoff implications in this game. In the later game that's still yet to play between the Oilers and whoever, there are none. The Oilers are out.
Yeah, the Oilers are toast.
Yeah. That was a nice run by Jim Taylor.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
Get in! Here we go.
Tackle him into the end zone.
That's how we like it. Max McGee having a tantrum on the field after scoring. Probably still drunk. He's probably still drunk.
Interrupted his night of man-whoring.
That was Max McGee. Famously, of course, scored the first touchdown in Super Bowl history, but was hung over because he did not think he was going to play. This is a bit earlier in his career where he was a regular player, so I doubt that would have been an issue. But he and Paul Hornung were famous for cutting Lombardi's curfew, and about the only 2 players that could get away with it in Lombardi's world.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams,
wake up this fucking team somehow.
No, keep sleeping.
This fucking seems like he's ran twice for 1 fucking yard.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Willie Davis tackles Phil King. Well, right now I'm watching Boise State and Wyoming on the blue turf. It's scoreless.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Ugh.
Go Wyoming. Go Wyoming! Only when Josh Allen was playing for them. Go Boise.
First fucking
That's from
catch.
Terrace. Ron Kostelnik read the screen, because I sure as hell didn't, as I never do. That's my kryptonite. Oh! Reminger.
Christ.
Front, pick that off. Nice run by Boise. They're into the red zone now. Ooh, nice move. Inside the 15 before he gets crushed. That game is currently on ESPN, but I don't suggest you tune to it. Watch this game instead.
Okay with that.
I started vacation tonight.
I saw.
I might have to work Thanksgiving. I'm still waiting to hear from the nuclear power plant if I need it or not.
I'll probably have to.
I'm 19th.
Well, I
on
will
the,
have to. It's a Thursday.
Yeah, I'm 19th on the off list, and they've already said that the top 13 are going to get it. Last year they gave 28, so it's just a matter of waiting to see how things will go. Well, that's the state for you. The federal is weird in my book, but hey, whatever. Terror says punt.
It's overrated. Live and die by it.
Oh, Finn Taylor, 3 rushes, 13 yards. Right, we need to come out of that mode. So since I can't do any editing tonight, Stonewall, if you're listening, if you're able to get on, I don't know if you're going to bed or not, but I might stick around and do our next game and advance us in that league. As long as the Bad 19 servers are working, and they should be. I don't see that they wouldn't. Hit the hole, man.
That's what she said.
Yes.
You know what's really entertaining?
What's that?
That apparently there's a difference between federal and state nuclear power plants.
Oh, yeah? Somebody say that?
You did.
Oh. Well, there is. The federals and the states run things much differently.
I just had to giggle at that. Ooh, you little turd. With
Frank
the second
Mesnick.
underneath route.
Touchdown, Boise!
He had that second underneath route, and I was ready for the top route.
Yeah.
Jerk.
I tried. It was not a jerk route, though.
Listen, what you do during halftime is your own business. That was just walking.
Taylor right up the middle. This is too early to call another one against John, though. Oh, that's not really good. Hit the button too soon. Of course, if we were kicking extra points like they did in 63, it would have been good. Because I was right.
At the goal line, sure. Alright, we gotta get some shit working here.
I disagree. Tom Brady said so many P's.
That has nothing to do with anything. You already know that.
That was my guy. I think I was supposed to be in coverage.
Probably.
No, it wasn't. Interesting. The way my guy, when the play started, he stood straight up, and then I pushed run anyway, and I'm like, oh, well, I think I screwed that up. But
Right.
couldn't have been a Maddenism.
Are you shitting me?
So you got it back.
Wow.
And you get up celebrating that you recovered a fumble. Yeah!
They have to, because fuck.
Concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp.
He can't get shit going.
You can't get away from Ray Nitschke.
He can't get outside of his fucking offensive line. It's only a 4-point difference between these teams. You said,
Yeah,
right?
5. 93 to 88. The
Still.
Packers are a 5-point favorite. That's the end of the first quarter. The score: Green Bay 16, New York nothing. You're watching Sack the Future on the Vinny X Wolf and the John M channels. And, you know, somehow I gained 5 subscribers the other night. I'm not sure.
It's because you promised to do sexy time afterwards. I don't know.
You know, what the appeal was. I mean, I did, you know, state a fact at the end of the video, but I didn't. People would have to watch the whole video to find that out.
That'd be fucking hilarious, yeah. Just be careful, though. You don't want to catch Hillary's ear.
Mm-hmm. No, I love life. Tittle hit as he throws. The receiver hit as he catches it. Walton, Joe Walton, future head coach of the New York Jets. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't count John out at all.
Oh, I just got to change my game plan. And to think, my game plan was gold. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Oh, shit. Of course.
Whoa! Oh.
I was trying to tear that shit back out.
Ray Nitschke on the interception.
Fucking seriously. My guy almost like didn't veer to yeah. I knew it was going to be a fucking fake handoff, but no, of course they ain't going to go for it.
Yeah, I've had that happen a lot. My guy goes right to the ball carrier or the running back instead of the quarterback, and it's enough of a delay that gives the quarterback time to throw it quickly.
Yeah.
Baylor stays undefeated. Baylor and Minnesota are undefeated, and yet they're, because of the way college football is run, they're 12th and 17th in the rankings. Because a bunch of people voting decide who gets to go to the playoffs.
Yeah. Nobody's in the fucking middle covering him. Of course not.
66 yards, start $1.
I'm waiting for the fucking thing to pop up and say, do you want to
It looks like it was a linebacker. It looks like it was a linebacker in the middle there.
It should have, but he didn't get deep enough.
Sam Huff's
I'm waiting
last
for the
season.
fucking concede warning here.
Oh, I don't know why they even offer that. That's a freaking snowflake way out. If you want to concede. No. In fact, it's not allowed in this league.
I think because it didn't. Ooh, I thought it was coming up. I think because it wasn't in the all in one quarter, it's not going to pop
Probably
up
not.
yet.
But I don't understand how that first kick didn't register. First button. I hit the fucking button. That's the other thing I'm worried about. If we do have to stick with this Madden for another season, all the glitches that have developed.
It's fucking insane.
So we wait for the next 3 days on pins and needles to see if EA Sports fixes our problem or if we have to start over from scratch on editing. Oh,
Of course.
play.
He dropped
it.
I knew he dropped it.
It was a good play nonetheless.
I can't get these fuckers to catch a ball or run a ball or anything right now. He dropped the fucking ball.
Oh, did he? Jesus.
Yeah.
That's 2 right in your hands catches that you should have had.
Fucking stupid. Go, you son of a bitch.
Where? What? Oh. There you got it. My guy can't run straight line apparently, even though I'm pushing the lever straight. Who scored that?
Kill it.
Kill it. Kill it. 23-7.
He was supposed to do a possession catch, which he did, but he rolled through the attempted tackle, and it, I guess, kept him up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Worked out nicely, because normally the possession takes you to the ground.
Yeah. Now, what works better on the sideline?
Possession.
Possession or fantastic, dramatic,
rack, or aggressive?
Aggressive. Okay.
Yeah.
That was dumb to come out of the end zone.
Possession is the one I use near the sideline, usually, depending on the situation. If it's like an out or towards the sideline pattern, you want possession. If it's up the sidelines, you can go aggressive, maybe.
Of course, I get stuck on Fuzzy Thurston and can't get through. Should have at least been 5-6 yards, not 2. Next week, the Lions and Bears play, plus the Cardinals and Patriots, a couple of big human receiving games. Officially, the Cardinals and Patriots will be my last human game. You've got quite a few left coming up against Terrors.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
3 in week 17.
Me and him are going to be like fighting over this.
Yeah. They're down in 7.
I don't mean to stress him out.
Oh,
thank God for you.
Yeah, that was a good play.
I was happy that he got off that other fucking pattern, man.
I thought that I might be able to squeeze it over him because he was looking at the other pattern.
I didn't realize it was 4th down. Oh, he almost got up the fucking middle on that.
Oh. Counts on the fair catch.
New York set to take the field. guess they have to feel a little gratified.
Well, this is where the troubles happen. When you don't score against John after a score, you don't match him. Give him 2 scores in a row, or potential for 2 scores in a row.
Oh.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players.
Oh, that's not the guy I wanted to throw to. Damn it. Never mind, it didn't matter anyway because
He was
fucking
Dave Robinson
time.
was back as the free safety.
Yeah.
That was a weird lineup. I picked free safety blitz. Greminger come up on the line. I thought he was blitzing from the beginning, but he was actually a lineman. Dave Robinson was back at free safety.
Yeah. That was
I could have really been burned on that.
I was
in the
trying
same
to.
position. I know. I was in the same position. I don't get that.
It's like, we're going to take and do that again. It's like, It's like, I wanted to throw, man, so bad, but you managed to get to him just in time.
Dave Robinson, the rookie, is pretty fast. Usually coming from the linebacker position. Oh.
Oh, that's just weird.
Jerry Norton on the sack.
That was weird because I literally audibled from the play I was in to basically exactly the same play in a different formation, but it flipped 2 receivers.
Huh.
Same patterns, but flipped 2 receivers. Oh shit. I tried to step up and see if I could get him to block. Well, that's not what I wanted. What the fuck? No.
Bill Forrester on the tackle. The
They're
sack.
gonna have me do a fucking spike or whatever. It's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Waist you down.
Apparently it was the wrong button. What the hell is this shit?
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long.
He's wide. I was gonna say he had wide fucking gap to get the quarterback there, but he didn't even move.
Which one?
Your middle linebacker.
I was going to say I put somebody in spy.
Yeah, he just stayed there. Never came up or nothing. I thought I was gonna get fucking sacked. It's like, well, shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Pull that in, dude. Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, you kind of bumped into my... No call, of course.
Yeah.
Took him off his route a little bit. Oh well. We'll just say that was good defense.
A little bit. Not really too much. Come on, Huff. You should have been able to get in there and knock that away or something.
Oh, there was a hole a mile wide. Your nickelback or whatever it was stepped up and filled it.
That's what she said.
That was a good call. That was rare time I call a running play and get a hole that big. I don't know why I wasted that time out. I didn't think he was going to catch it. shit.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There you go, Huff.
Swarman's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Fucking least that shuts down the extra fucking field goal.
We've seen this work many times.
Yeah.
In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared.
Somebody's making some weird noises.
Of course, Schuffner can't come down with it.
He's only thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls.
Get going.
Tackle him. Jeez.
Fucking first.
Oh, that's
part
the end of the
run all
first half.
game.
With the score, Green Bay 23, New York 7. Yeah, I dropped everybody back. I saw, well, let me wait till the end of this play before I say what I saw. Not that you can do it in a video game, but I don't give you any ideas. I saw an onside kick today that was awesome.
Yeah.
First of all, Ohio State was up 14-0. And they were going to kick off. They're playing against Maryland. They kicked an onside kick that bounced right as he kicked it up into the air and went toward the sideline. Meanwhile, the Maryland player was not expecting an onside kick, and they started their back pedal. And the Ohio State guy caught the onside kick in stride, which you can't move on. The kicking team can't advance it. But he caught it in stride, and there was no terrapin anywhere near him. I thought that was a fantastic call. They ended up putting 73 points on Maryland, so in the long run, they didn't really need it. I think they kind of wasted it in a game they didn't need to use it in. They should have saved it for the playoffs. But that was it's pretty much the only way you can do an onside kick nowadays, too, with the change in rules, is to get somebody off guard.
You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yeah, the onside kick against Maryland. When they were leading 14-0.
What the fuck?
There we go. That's a good run.
Yeah, you had
Taylor
the
down
blocking.
73. Yeah. Well, I was patient. I kept my damn right finger off the R2 until I was through the hole. I tend to forget that. All that for 3 yards.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Oh. What? That was a long-ass developing counter. Ended up losing yard in the process.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
I can't. There we go. It's not at all what I freaking wanted. There we go.
Oh,
That ball was in the air too long.
Keeping the toes inbound. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Ooh,
I thought that was going to hit the post.
yeah, me too. The curl late. The Giants and Jets tomorrow.
I expect it to be a shit show.
Bills and Browns tomorrow. Browns are favored.
Honestly, the Giants should be able to go into that game and win, no problem. But
Should.
their fucking defense is so inconsistent.
ESPN talking head expert Lewis Riddick, whoever the hell that is, has said it's called the Browns are going to have their best game of the year, which fine they might. But he's actually saying the Browns are going to shut out the Bills. I ran right by
There's the interception. Of course, there's a fucking interception.
Browns are favored in everything I've seen, Terrence.
What in the fuck? What is this shit? Wow, that was retarded. Fucking Madden ain't gonna give me any fucking breaks in this one.
Not giving you any breaks this weekend.
No, not fuck at all.
Oh, get tied up in my blocker. Again, another hole that was there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go! Green, Detroit! Detroit! Here we go! That's definitely going to be running.
Third and 9.
Well, they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here we go now. Green.
Can't get a fucking pass rush.
Well, I'm not trying to. I'll play devil's advocate. There are like 3 Hall of Famers on my offensive line. They are the highest rated
It
one.
is what it is, but I mean, I can't get fucking back there at all.
No. This is the one team I've got where I can stay. I have a Hall of Famer on Buffalo. But other than that, I can stay with Green Bay confidently that they are the best offensive line in the game. The fact that I have 5 losses is my own damn fault. I mean, the Bears are just unbelievable this year, but the loss to the Vikings and the Texans, those 2 were so frustrating. I couldn't do anything offensively. And the Lions beat me too, but that was a close one if I remember right.
The receivers don't want to catch shit, can't get open. Offensive line is just all of a sudden non-existent. I'm good, and I don't know what the fuck that was.
Oh, Oklahoma's beating Iowa State 42-28.
I can't change my fucking formation. Okay, that wasn't pass interference. How? But whatever.
Packers get the calls. But they just listed a stat. Must have been the play before. Aaron Thomas, 1 catch, 11 yards. They're not giving you credit for a catch on that, are they?
Are you fucking kidding me? That's
Woods'
like number
third
5 or whatever the fuck.
That's your 4th. It's Woods' 3rd.
That's fucking retarded.
wasn't it? Kurt Coleman. Then with the Eagles.
That's right. Sam against with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm fucking tired. I don't know. I just ain't in a generally good mood today either. Some other bullshit's going on.
Yeah, we'll talk after the broadcast is over.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. 7 yards.
Still 7-0 Boise State.
Mainly winter. I fucking hate winter.
Texas, oh yeah. Texas beats Kansas State by a game-winning field goal by some kicker named Dicker. Dicker the kicker. Oh, Sam Huff. I'm glad you're going to Washington next year. The computer could control you the rest of your career.
Yeah.
John won't have a good linebacker in New York until Alex Van Pelt. Not Alex Van Pelt. Van Pelt. It's not Alex. He was a quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not Linus.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't.
Bradley.
think of his name.
Bradley Van Pelt.
Yeah.
Look at the way Stars lined up under that center.
He's
The little thing.
rubbing his leg.
Yeah.
As he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up.
1-yard field goal.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass.
Well, now you're to the point where it's fucking 5 scores. I gotta get.
Decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Kramer with some weird hole in the back of his head that he's been eating at his helmet.
Yeah, something. I tried to tackle your kicker after the camera moved off him, but it didn't work.
This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make the play against all odds. And maybe can
I gotta pause for a minute.
that's what they're looking
Okay.
for right now.
Well, while we're waiting for him to come back, we'll look at the scores on the bottom. The Vikings beat the Lions 34-31. This will put the Packers and Lions in the same record. That's the game right there. The Jaguars and Oilers that's yet to happen. 49ers, that game is the Monday night game, but that's already occurred, and the Cowboys won. You can see that on other channels, Terrors 89 and Phantom Fighter. Dolphins beating the Bengals 34-28, get their third win. The Chargers on a showcase game on this channel beat the Panthers 20-3. The Ravens in a Maddenism beat the Steelers 16-14. Steelers pretty much eliminated. The Jets and Chiefs on the glitch, they don't have a score. We'll find out after we advance. The Browns destroying me and the Colts 38-14, but the Colts are still in first place. Eagles destroying the Redskins 45-10.
Used to touching the football that makes big plays.
The Bears edging the Texans, which is what kept the Colts in first place. Cardinals beat the Saints. Not sure if he's back yet or just somebody hit on pause. Rams over the Seahawks 19-17. It's the Cardinals over the Buccaneers. Broncos over the Patriots 24-3. Raiders over the Bills. It was the Vikings over the Lions. Oh yeah, we're back to the beginning now. I'm not sure that he was actually back. I just think maybe I don't know if they have a dog or cat. Maybe the controller fell on the floor or something. Okay, let's see what's going on the ESPN ticker during this game. Right now they're advertising for Disney Plus. Subscribe now. It begins streaming Tuesday. Disney plus Pixar plus Marvel plus Star Wars plus National Geographic. No word on Fox yet. Oh, there he is. That burp signifies he's back. Your game unpaused while you were gone, and you're down to 9 seconds to make a play.
I'm back.
Did you hear me?
What?
You got 2 seconds to make a play.
Whatever.
Your game unpaused while you were gone.
Yeah, because there's a timer on the pause.
Oh, I repaused it, but I didn't know.
Oh, that's alright. Shit,
I thought
I
maybe
gotta
controller
score
closed.
fucking 5 times. I ain't pulling that shit off. This game's already over with. I know that. It's just a matter of what the final score is.
Herb Adderley trying to get himself one. Willie Woods got 3. Ray Nitschke 1. Deadpool and Family Guy are staying on Hulu. Good to know.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete there.
I'm sure we'll end up with the Disney. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, who knows? I don't think. No, I don't know. Oh. In his fucking this is the shit I'm talking about. There's no fucking reason. It's not even that, like, okay, it was a good defensive play and it knocked him out of his hand. It's every fucking time this receiver, who is the number 1, I think, on the fucking team, all of a sudden can't fucking pull that down.
Yep.
He's consistently inconsistent. It's like, this is bullshit. And then there's this shit. Yeah, that's some bullshit right there. Yeah, I'm not going to get shit there. Are you fucking serious?
The rookie Bob Jeter with his first interception of the game. I don't know what to tell you, man. We've all been there.
It's just,
Unfortunately,
no,
you're in
I
it
know,
right
I know
now.
what the fuck it is. It's just fucking Madden. There was a reason why I stopped buying Madden for fucking practically a decade almost. It's because of shit like this. It's bullshit that actually doesn't exist in the game. You watch
Remember
any
the
NFL
90s?
game.
EA Sports, if it's in the game, it's in the game.
Yeah.
And they were
No,
actually
that's
more
right.
accurately in the game back then with the crappy graphics.
Well, they
than
also
are
had
shit now.
more competition back then. You had fucking Sega Dreamcast with their fucking Y2K series and all that shit.
989 Sports
And,
Club
yeah.
also.
So
That's what's happened, and we are
that's
in
what
an
it
era
is.
with
This
no
shit's just
competition.
bullshit because they have no fucking competition. EA's making trash. It's straight fucking trash. And I saw a post earlier, I think it was in a group or some shit, and they were talking about fucking Madden or EA being sued because of the shit they're putting out.
The thing is, they know that the people are still going to buy the game. They've got the market
Wow.
cornered.
Well, they do right now, but it's from what I'm thinking. It's I don't know if they got it necessarily. People going to be buying their game much longer.
The NFL needs to stop signing exclusive deals.
Well, that
And
was
it
the
is
thing,
time.
and I could have sworn. Maybe I can find it.
It is time for this series to end. Competition
Yes.
needs to come in and destroy it to the point where your Madden just either disappears and revamps, or EA Sports stops producing because they're not. I mean, look what's going on with competition in basketball. There's no exclusivity deal. They have competition. They're not putting out a game this year because 2K Sports is just so much more head above them. I don't know if EA was the other one that put out maybe EA only does hockey and football now, but some companies not putting out a basketball game because 2K is so good at it. But now that scares me that 2K is going to get bad now that they don't have competition. The problem I have with 2K is, first of all, their creation suite is fantastic on both NBA and WWE. The problem I have is that they shut their servers down so quickly that you only get the online portion of the game for a year and a half, and then it's gone. So they force you into buying something new.
Right. Well, apparently, I
You
ain't
guys
somebody.
broke ribs.
And that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're
Where the hell did
My
I see that?
well, again, that didn't register my kick. This is ridiculous. At least I'm getting the field goals, but I'm not kicking off that poorly. Stonewall says he can't wait for the new Star Wars movie next month. Any thoughts on it? First of all, here's my thoughts. There are nobody that hates Star Wars more than the Star Wars fans.
Right.
So I'm staying away from a lot of the online speculation on it because it's going to be nothing but garbage. Just people hate. I'm looking forward to the movie. I'm looking forward to the end of the saga, see how they handle Princess Leia's character. I have actually not been as disappointed.
What the fuck? Not even a competition on that. No challenge whatsoever against the fucking Defender.
I think you've single-handedly put Willywood in the Hall of Fame on this game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Star Wars. How about you? Any thoughts from you?
I always look forward to the movies, but I like them as an individual movie. I do believe Disney has completely shit on the fucking franchise. But,
I think they're mishandling things. I like the idea of the spin-off sub-movies. I think Solo was rushed.
Solo, I actually enjoyed Solo.
Yeah, I don't think Solo was bad. They finally explained the parsec misspeak that Harrison Ford's character had. They actually explained it to make it make sense. But no, I loved. What was the one before it? Oh shit! I can't think of the name of it. The one that happens right before A New Hope. I thought it perfectly explained it. People were looking to dissect that thing because of the Return of the Jedi explanation of how they got the plans. And they're like, where are all the Bothans? They weren't in this movie. They were never supposed to be in this movie.
Right.
That's the case of people not paying attention to what the fuck they are doing.
Right.
But I thought that the Jyn Erso storyline, that hasn't happened. That was
right.
Yeah. Will we get that movie? I don't know. Maybe not, because the problem is that Rogue One. Thank you, Stonewall. People complain so much about Rogue One and Solo that those movies have now been put on hold. They're going in favor of the series instead. Mandalorian coming out on Disney Plus, and there's talk about an Obi-Wan series. I still don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I think that they perhaps needed to finish the saga before they started these movies, and then get the movie started.
Yeah, I gotta pause
in the same sort of pace.
Be right back.
All right. Now, Minnesota, of course, knocking off Penn State 31-26 today. That's considered an upset because the way college football is done is that Penn State has name brand. They're ranked 4, Minnesota doesn't. They're ranked 17th. Minnesota had to start from nowhere this year and build their way back up. Clemson destroys North Carolina State 55-10. No doubt Clemson will move into the top 4. Clemson's built their name brand up by winning a couple national championships, so they'll probably be number 3 after this. I would imagine LSU, Ohio State, Clemson, and possibly Georgia being in the top 4. But Georgia, LSU, Georgia still got Auburn, and then LSU in the SEC title game, so I don't think you'll see 2 SEC teams make it. The only way, if Georgia can upset LSU in the SEC title game, then perhaps. But Georgia's a one-loss team and a bad loss to South Carolina. So. Well, no, they haven't, Tears. But the thing is about playing someone, it wouldn't matter if they set college football up to where if you win your conference, you're going to get in the playoffs. Having a 14 playoff is a good start. I personally think that it's not the end, though. I think they need to go. There's 10 conferences, and I've always given this argument that there are 10. Okay, there are 10 conferences. Let's say you, Tears, being from Texas, growing up a Dallas Cowboy fan. Let's say you also love SMU football, and I know you do. And you as a kid had posters on your wall, and you wanted to play. You wanted to be a Mustang or whatever. But when it came time for recruiting, let's say you're a blue chip athlete, you're all Texas, and whatever. When it came time for recruiting, SMU offered you a scholarship. So did Texas. Texas comes back at you with, yes, we know you love SMU, but you come to Texas, you could win a Heisman Trophy. you can win the national title. You'll be a number 1 overall draft pick. You can't do any of that in SMU. Not anymore. What are you going to do? You're going to go to Texas. You'd be foolish not to. But supposedly Texas and SMU are in the same level. They're both FBS schools. So yes, Minnesota hasn't played anyone, but if they continue to win, eventually they would have to play and beat Wisconsin and Ohio State. And I don't know who else is on their schedule, but they would meet Ohio State in the conference championship. So they will. If they're undefeated at the end of the season, they'll deserve it. But as far as right now goes, it shouldn't matter. There shouldn't be rankings. Who cares?
Right.
Win the Big Ten. Once you win the Big Ten, then you're in. And as far as, okay, there's 10 conferences. There's 5 Power 5 conferences and 5, we're not privileged enough to be in the Power 5 conferences. And then there's 4 or 5 schools who are independent. Notre Dame is considered a Power 5 even though they're independent. So it's a college football is a perfect example of the haves and have-nots actually being a thing, not like in general in America. Oh my God, he destroyed that block.
Jesus.
I have a video somewhere I have a video to take. If not, I'm sure I'll do one next month explaining why I think a 16-team college playoff is not only necessary but doable. So stay tuned to this channel for that.
So yeah, no, I saw a comment earlier regarding Madden, and the guy was saying, that actually it might not even been a comment, it might have been a tweet. The guy was saying something along the lines of, God, what the hell was it? That the NFL was supposedly going to be suing to get away from EA because the fucking Madden is shit and people are bitching too much about it, and the NFL doesn't want anything to do with the fucking trash game that EA Sports is fucking given. So I noticed it when I was looking the
You'll have to find that if you can.
yeah, I'm trying to see if I can dig her up somewhere.
Wyoming just tied the game up at 7.
God, I wish I could find that.
Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Aren't those top 2 plays the same? Same position.
I don't know. I can't see.
I know you're not looking at it, but
Right. Couldn't
if
tell ya.
watch the replay.
He's squatting on the float ground there trying to poop on the field.
Yeah, he's holding it back. Yeah, he's giving signals to the pitcher.
Alright.
That's a 2-minute warning. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So 2nd and 10 here.
Jesus, I'm trying to see if I can find it.
Well, whether anybody agrees or doesn't agree, when it comes to the college football playoff thing, I have done my research and formulated my thesis over the last 15 to 20 years. It's long. I've had this plan in mind long before the 14 playoff. I'm happy with the 14 playoff. It gives the national championship more of a real feel than the old one used to, the BCS. But at the same time, you know, I've definitely thought this out. And Dan Wenzel wrote a column probably about 12 years ago, 13, I think, yeah, 13, because it's before I was in the current job I'm in. Basically saying the same thing. He didn't have everything down to detail like I do on when games can be played and how they fit into a schedule and all that. But yeah, it very much the same as what I came up with.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try.
Oh, I missed this one.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And his score will stay right where it is. So he's not perfect after all. He made his first four, but now his first miss.
Well, you shouldn't have to put your kicker in a spot where he has to even try 5 field goals. He's building out time and time.
Yeah, I can't fucking find it.
You just had to know.
Go figure. But the gist was that the NFL was getting upset with how EA has been handling Madden, and because players are complaining all the time that Madden sucks.
Well, here's another thing to ponder. Do you remember the story on how when Madden began back as a computer game in the late 80s, how it was actually delayed a year because John Madden refused to put his name on it unless it was more realistic? I'm sure that in his 80s, I'm sure that in his 80s, John Madden is not as involved as he used to be. But it's a shame that his name is still involved with the revolutionary Madden football that's become what it has become. Because it was, I mean, John Madden football in its day, especially with the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis era, was a revolutionary. I mean, it brought the multiple season aspect of franchise mode, as it's called, to light. Once they got the NFL licensing to use the players, it put Tecmo Super Bowl, took it off the shelves. You know, yeah. Tecmo Bowl didn't make any more games, and EA Sports just got too big with Madden. Right. And they've lost so many games. They used to make so much more than they do now. That it's, you know, and there's a reason why, evidently. They've lost licenses because they can't make good games. They totally bailed on when the fight came out for the college sports game. They bailed on it. They with basketball, with football, they kept making it until the bitter end. But basketball, they didn't even try again because it was too much of a risk. You know, likenesses and all that. I don't know. Maybe the graphics got so good that the last college basketball game I played was '99, so I don't know. How the likeness is really probably improved to the point where maybe it was a risk, but they could have gone with generic models. All of our guys all look the same. All of our skin tones, because when we change a guy's skin tone, we just take the first face. Right. There's nothing wrong with doing that, having everybody look the same.
Right.
But anyway, the final score here from New York is Green Bay 39, New York 7. For John M., Chairs 89, Phantom Fighter, and the rest of the Second Future cast, I'm Vinny Vincent. Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself.